Don't click away just yet, because the headline you saw today has a twist. If you want to understand the true story in plain English, you'll want to read all the way through. Most people assume that the letter M stands for model, yet the caption reads. They confirmed it. Brad Pitt's daughter, 19, is now officially AM. Here is what is now confirmed though. While working on a fashion event in Los Angeles this year, the 19-year-old daughter of Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie made her public debut as she, also known as She Jolie. Her focus is on dance and creative work behind the scenes, not modeling contracts, as evidenced by the fact that she was acknowledged as the choreographer for a live dance performance at the event rather than walking a runway. When she reached 18, in 2024, she also legally removed the last name Pitt. Major media outlets have reported on this legal change, therefore, the name update and dance credit are authentic. Let's now clearly break this down. First, the new name. A straightforward public indication of her chosen identity is the use of she in a credit. It's a brief, tidy moniker that works well for a video credit, dance bill, or concert card and helps the work take center stage. The performance she helped create included live music and dancers. And that credit was included in a premiere dinner for a capsule collection, a creative endeavor that requires preparation, timing, and a steady hand. It is stated in the press coverage and event specifics, thus it is not a rumor. Second, the dance path. Videos of her practice and performance have been available online for years. And those who follow Los Angeles choreography are aware that this is a culture that is about skill rather than glamour. The main point is that, rather than focusing on a modeling contract, current coverage highlights her dancing and her work as a choreographer. Third, the legal name story. She filed last year to have Pitt removed, and subsequent reports detailed the procedures required to formally make that change in California, including the publication of a notice, which is a standard step in the procedure. This explains why her name appears in both older and more recent stories in distinct forms. Where does the phrase officially a model originate? Model sounds straightforward and exciting, and viral titles adore a clean label. However, the most compelling public evidence at the moment depicts a young performer utilizing a new stage identity and receiving legitimate credit for choreography at a prestigious fashion event. The focus is on her creative contribution and name update rather than a runway deal. And no major publication has revealed that she has signed a modeling contract. This is why it matters. It's simple to fill in the blank with what you anticipate when you see a headline that omits a word and then asks you to guess the rest. However, since it involves expertise, the reality here is even more compelling. Planning counts, timing music, directing other dancers, movements, and ensuring that the narrative flows from one beat to the next are all part of choreography. The final product, not just a single image, demonstrates its subdued force. Keep reading because I'm going to give you a quick 3-step checklist to help you tell what's true when a headline like this passes by. The first step is to find a reputable source that you are familiar with. If a major magazine, People, or News consistently presents the same essential information, that is a positive indication. In this instance, the choreography credit and the new name are confirmed by those sources. Step 2. Verify the role that is being credited. Choreographer is not the same as model, and that one word alters the entire narrative. Vanity Fair. Step 3. If a name change is mentioned in the narrative, look for legal actions. Was there a hearing or a filing? Yes, the legal proceedings surrounding the removal of Pitt were covered. We should now zoom out for a tender, human moment. A good, straightforward scenario is when a 19-year-old develops a career in dance, picks a name that feels appropriate, and receives her first credits in a hard-charging, artistic community. Noise isn't important. Labor is. Additionally, it informs us that while the letter M in that title may evoke the word model, the more appropriate M in this context is movement, as in dancing, motion, and confidently advancing with poise. You now know what is reliable and what is merely conjecture if you watched all the way through. Here is a brief summary for you to carry with you. The new public name She Jolie has been confirmed. Verified. Choreography at a fashion show. Verified. Last year's legal name change. A signed modeling contract is not confirmed. Thank you for reading through to the end. If you prefer straightforward, unhyped articles, hit like. Let me know what the next headline is that you would like me to explain in plain English. And stay tuned for more brief, trustworthy breakdowns.